Section 3.7.7.1 of the RAA requires registrars to include a provision in their registration agreements obligating registrants to provide accurate and reliable contact details and to update contact details within 7 days of any change during the registration term. Required details include the full name, postal address, email address, voice telephone number, and fax number, if available, of the registrant. If a registrant is an organization, association, or corporation, it must also provide the name of the authorized person for contact purposes. Additional details registrants are required to provide include the data elements listed in subsections 3.3.1.2, 3.3.1.7, and 3.3.1.8 of the RAA, as shown here. Registration agreements must provide that intentionally providing inaccurate or unreliable information or intentionally failing to promptly update the information constitutes a material breach of the registration agreement for which the registration may be canceled. Under Section 3.7.7.2 of the RAA, registration agreements must contain a provision that requires registrants to respond to inquiries by the registrar concerning the accuracy of contact details associated with the registrant's registration. Failure by a registrant to respond to such an inquiry within 15 days constitutes a material breach of the registration agreement for which the registration may be canceled. In accordance with the RAA, registrants must represent to their registrars that, to the best of the registered name holder's knowledge and belief, neither the registration of the registered name nor the manner in which it is directly or indirectly used infringes the legal rights of any third party. An example of this infringement could be a registration of a domain name that violates a trademark held by someone that is not the registered name holder. The RAA also includes a provision addressing situations where a registrant licenses use of its domain name to another user, or licensee. Section 3.7.7.3 requires registrars to include a provision in their registration agreements explaining that a registrant is liable for any wrongful use of the domain by its licensee, unless the registrant promptly discloses the licensee's identity and current contact data within 7 days to any party providing the registrant reasonable evidence of actionable harm related to use of the domain name. In addition to setting out registrant responsibility for use of domain names, registration agreements must also require registrants to agree to resolve legal disputes brought by third parties in either the jurisdiction in which the registrar is located or the place of the registrant's domicile. The word domicile has a specific legal meaning, but typically domicile is considered to be the registrant's address as provided to the registrar upon registration or as updated by the registrant. The final requirement of note is that the registered name holder must agree that a registration may be suspended, canceled, or transferred pursuant to any ICANN-adopted specification or policy, or pursuant to any registrar or registry procedure that is not inconsistent with an ICANN-adopted specification or policy, 1. To correct mistakes by registrar or the registry operator in registering the name, or 2. For the resolution of disputes concerning the registered name.